I'm going to show you how to put together this tooltip, because this tooltip you can see here is actually an adaptive card, and it's fairly simple to put together. This is the actual tooltip, and we'll do a fresh one. First of all, let's just say, how do we get the card that we're going to display things on, and what does it look like? Now, generally a card comes from the adaptive designer. We'll design it initially in here. As you can see, you've got like a drag and drop sort of interface, and you can just drag things onto it. I've made this a bit, you've got properties in here. I've made it pretty small so it fits on the video, but let's just, this is for creating cards. We've got some sample data in here, and we've got the actual payload here, which we cut and paste and put into the real card, and I'll show you the real card open in an editor. And there's the real card, and this uses an extension called Adaptive Card Studio, and it just binds the data automatically. And you see here where we have thumbnail, electorate, member. This is member, electorate, thumbnail. This is how the data gets bound to the card. This is very robust and very reliable. Doesn't require any fiddling around. Once you've got it going, it's good. So we'll just we'll create a quick card just to show you how to do it. Now we've got the visual in here, but we'll just I've got it loaded into the organisational visuals. So normally you'd pop into here and add it from the visual. That's the old one. We better get rid of that. Okay, let's load this visual. So we're going to load some members to it. So let me just what have we got here? We've got coordinates. Oh, we've got this data from the Parliament, right? So that's the most important. Add a category, just to kick things off, and then we'll give it a card. I'm looking in the wrong place. We just moved it into here. So, and we have a card right here. Now, we'll just we'll carry on with this, hey? And so we'll add the name here, and we'll rename this to member. And there we see it has bounded. And we've got the electorate. That's got the right name, so it'll magically bind itself. We have an image here. This is from the Queensland Parliament. And if you remember, it's called thumbnail, so we'll call it thumbnail. And there we magically have an image. And we will just disappear the category, make it nice and small. Now, just cover where the card came from there, where this little bit of magic happened. My old tooltips are broken, but our fresh ones are good. So here's load card, and what it does, we'll look at. This is the final output, which is the card as text, which is what you see. This is the query that pulls it in. And we give it a parameter which is called the file path, and the file path it tells you where to load it from, and where I keep all my cards, in fact all my junk, in Azure storage, and there's the URL for, oh no, that's the demo card, it's not a different card, member card, alright. So that goes into the file path parameter. We'll just do that. We'll go edit parameters, and there's file path there. Nothing. Nothing special about that, it's just a URL. Let's go back to this for a second. And we'll just look at the steps required here. And basically what we do is get the file path, take it apart, and do a little bit of jiggery-pokery here to get the storage and the container and things like that, and then we get a little file list of what's in that container, and then we give it the file name. We get one card back, we get the binary image. This is the really only hardest bit is getting the content, and we go lines.txt. This line, if you wanted to get your card from somewhere else, if it comes in as binary, that's how you turn it into a single text row. So that's the point of all of this, okay? So we've got that. That's about it for this stage. I'll show you a little more later on, but basically that's how easy it is to create a card. And the card, we do use the category to bind it. So that's the most important thing, is these cards have a category, and that's how the data is bound to them. And template is loaded in there, the fields are loaded, and then you can do whatever you like with it. Okay, thank you. Okay, I've created another card. I'll just show it to you. It's a member detail card. So I've copied that card into the editor. You can see it there, and I've saved that. So what I'm going to do now is drop that card onto this is where Storage Explorer is really great. So now we have a card. I can copy its URL. This is a publicly accessible storage, but you can use whatever level of storage you like, security that you like here. Okay, so then we need to bring our card into here. So we'll, let me see, we'll just go to transform data, and we'll take load card, copy it, paste it, and we'll call it member detail card so we know what it is. Let's call it member detail. Now this is its parameter, and we'll rename that to detail path. Probably break something here. And then we'll just do a little bit of management on detail path. We'll pop our, oops, was that was not good. Let's go back and get it again. I always go in here and I try and copy the thing. What you really want is copy URL here. That's the important bit. There we go. We'll just have a little look and see which one it got back for us. Oh look, and we've got the right. It's done it all for us automatically. We've got a brand new card all ready to go. It's that simple. Now the problem we have now is we actually don't have the data to go, but we'll just have a quick look at it. We'll do the data first. Now this is some data we've got from Wikipedia. It's quite nice, but it's intended for another purpose, so it's been manipulated a little. So we'll just take a copy of that as well. And paste that. Okay, let me just get back to that now. I'll just rename this to Wikipedia detail. So let's get rid rid of some added stuff here. We'll remove the columns that we don't want. So let's just go, let's remove. We want this ID here. Don't need that name or the URL. We don't want this. This is something for the original purpose here. We're not going to use this either, so we'll remove that. So now what we've got is the electorate. Oh, we don't even need the electorate. Let's remove that too. Keep it nice and simple, because what we're going to do is we're going to pivot this. If I can remember how to do it. We're going to pivot on this column here. And we're going to take the value. There we go. And we're not going to aggregate. Let's try that. Oh, look at that. Now we have field names with values in them. That was nice and simple. And you will notice that these are the names that I've actually used on the card. So I've been I'm preparing in advance for doing this. Okay, so now we have a card and we have some data that matches that card. So just go back and do it. There's actually an Access database sitting behind here with all the data in it. So this is, let's just, I'll show you. This is data prep. And then we match the model in here. And look, there's our new little data set. There are our cards. It's all sitting there, all ready to go. So we will now add a new card to this one. Now the trick here will be to try and just get one. We'll work on that. So we want member detail. Well, look, let's pop the ID in there. And we'll put the card in there. Here's the card. Look at that, there's the card. And we'll add some fields to it. What do we want? We want electors. Oh, look, there we go, there's electors. Oh, we want electorate as well. Oops, no, that was wrong. Sorry. Try that again. The card, electorate. Right, now we, and we'll go electorate. Here we go. Rename this to thumbnail. And just quickly add a couple of other fields in here. Namesake, party, and now, we need member name. Let's put member in there. Oh, there we go. Binding is by name. That's all you have to remember. On area. Sequence doesn't matter. There we go. There's the area. Right. Now we'll see if this will filter for us. We'll go here, and look, here we have one card. So we have a little filtering occurring from one to the other. That'll do for now. That's okay. We can live with that. In fact, I quite like that. There we go. That's how easy it is to do a few cards. That's 2 cards. Yep. Okay, and I'll see if I can trim up something else that might do for now. As you can see, it's fairly simple to introduce new cards. Very easy to use, very robust. Get the names right and it will bind itself for you. I can see one thing I'd like to do with the cards here. It needs some titles or some labels here, so we'll just do that and show you how easy it is to do, and you can see what's happening. So I think the electorate and members okay, but I just want some text in here to say that's the area. And we see over here it's validating it. Electors. Oops. Not validated. Now there's a specific language for adaptive cards called adaptive expressions, and these cards, as you can see, will display in a number of other applications. I'll just show you in a sec. Now there we go, that's all that done, so we'll save that. And we'll just go back here, back to the editor where we created the thing. And you'll see here, select host app, and this is where cards can be presented in the bot framework, in Outlook, in Teams, in Cortana, on the Windows timeline, and of course now in Power BI as well. So, and look, Windows notification, Cortana, all sorts of things happening here. So there's lots that you can do with adaptive cards. Okay, so we've saved that, and what we'll do is we'll do an update. This is very low tech, which is what I like about it. And we will replace. And let's see if we can get a fresh card, hey? And we'll do a refresh. Look at that, there's a fresh card. It's that easy to update a card. So, we've got parts rather than party, never mind. It's easy to change. I'll just go back to where we started, which is the map and these tooltips. And look, this is just so easy to do. As you've seen, you just prepare a card, and then we set the tooltips to a card. I can remember how to do it. Here we go, on format we go, type is card, the page is called card, tooltip type is report page, and we're using the card page. Card page has been formatted to be very big, and it's basically a card. Custom page size just to make it fit nicely. I think I tried to get a big see-through, but with no luck there. So it's just a page. It's just a very small page, and you make it into a tooltip, and it's got he says. Let's see if we can actually select this thing. There we go. As you can see, it's using the load card, the electorate, and the data. It's just a card. I think I've turned the borders off. That's about it. Yeah, there we go. Border off. Category off. It's very simple to do. So you can create tooltips as sophisticated as you like. Just create a page and make it the right size, and go for it. So there you go. It's a quick introduction of how to use adaptive cards in Power BI. If you want to know more, read the blog, get in touch, download the visual, do it yourself. It's that simple. Right, I'm really finished this time.